How Money Works, Machiavelli's Lessons on Wealth. This video dismantles the comforting financial narratives that society loves to teach you. The virtuous myth that saving diligently, working hard, and investing patiently will inevitably lead to wealth, stability, and success. These ideas are not only naive, they are illusions, carefully crafted by those who benefit from your belief in them. Niccolò Machiavelli, the Renaissance master of power dynamics, would urge us to look beneath the surface and understand that money is never neutral. It is a political weapon, a tool of domination, a language of power. Machiavelli and the myth of the honest path to wealth. In The Prince, Machiavelli does not speak of fairness or merit. He speaks of reality, cold, hard, and unapologetic. While moralists dream of a world where virtue leads to prosperity, Machiavelli warns that relying on virtue alone often leaves you vulnerable. The same applies to modern financial advice. Budgeting, saving, and long-term investing may seem noble, but Machiavelli would see them as tools for pacification, lessons for the governed, not the governing. Why? Because they encourage passivity. They delay gratification indefinitely. And most importantly, they deflect attention from the systems of power that shape financial outcomes. For Machiavelli, true success comes not from waiting, but from seizing opportunity, fortuna, through cunning, adaptability, and force when necessary. Wealth is power, not morality. To Machiavelli, money is not the reward for being good. It is the tool by which one becomes powerful. And power, once gained, justifies its own means. Consider his advice to rulers. It is much safer to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. In financial terms, this means cultivating influence not by pleasing everyone, but by commanding attention, respect, and even fear. Billionaires today do not follow the script of humble diligence. They use shell companies, insider networks, offshore havens, and legislative loopholes to multiply their power. They are not punished for doing so. They are admired. Machiavelli understood that perception often trumps substance. It is not necessary to be just. It is sufficient to appear just. Similarly, in today's economy, it is often more important to appear wealthy than to actually be wealthy. The projection of confidence, success, and mastery draws investors, attracts followers, and builds momentum. As Machiavelli might say, a well-constructed illusion can control more minds than truth ever could. Generosity, a trap for the weak. One of Machiavelli's most subversive insights is his warning against generosity. He writes, "There is nothing that wastes so rapidly as generosity, for even if you exercise it with discretion, it will still injure you." In today's world, we are told that giving back, being charitable, and paying it forward are signs of success. But Machiavelli would see this as dangerous for anyone still building power. True rulers, he argues, must guard their resources jealously. Giving too freely breeds dependency, entitlement, and resentment when you stop. In contrast, a reputation for frugality, even miserliness, protects a leader's position and commands respect. Look at the ultra-wealthy today. While some may donate billions, they do so strategically, attaching their names to buildings, endowments, or foundations that enhance their legacy, reduce tax liability, or create new avenues of influence. This is not altruism, it is optics. Controlled giving. Machiavellian generosity. Debt, the modern chain of servitude. Machiavelli observed that control is most effective when it is invisible. In The Prince, he emphasizes the importance of securing loyalty through interest, personal interest. Today, that interest is often maintained through debt. Student loans, credit cards, mortgages, national deficits. These are not merely financial arrangements. They are systems of control. Those who lend, the creditors, the institutions, the central banks, exercise power without ever appearing to. As Machiavelli would note, power exercised subtly is often more effective than force. The borrower is trapped not by chains, but by monthly payments, credit scores, and fear of default. This is the new principality, a realm ruled not by armies, but by algorithms and amortization tables. The Machiavellian value of appearance. One of the most powerful lessons from The Prince is that optics matter more than truth. Machiavelli writes, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." Today, social media has become a battlefield of curated appearances. Financial influencers flash luxury cars, designer clothes, and exotic trips. Many are leveraged to the hilt or faking it entirely, but that doesn't matter. The appearance creates momentum. People trust success. They follow authority. And this trust becomes a magnet for real capital. This is the Machiavellian feedback loop. Appear powerful, gain followers, convert that trust into influence, become powerful. Appearances become self-fulfilling prophecies. Confidence becomes currency. Loyalty must be engineered, not expected. Machiavelli had no illusions about human loyalty. He knew it was conditional. People are loyal when it is in their interest to be loyal, or when the cost of disloyalty is too high. He warns princes never to rely solely on affection or goodwill. Modern institutions reflect this principle. Successful companies don't rely on emotional loyalty. They use contracts, non-competes, bonuses, stock options, and psychological dependency to bind people to them. Individuals do the same. Think of influencers who turn followers into buyers, subscribers into evangelists, not through inspiration alone, but through carefully engineered incentives. This is strategy, not sentiment. The psychology of power and the game behind the game. This is not a video about personal finance in the traditional sense. It does not teach budgeting apps or retirement plans. This is a deep exploration into the psychology of money, rooted in Machiavellian realism. We reveal the hidden mechanisms of financial power, how wealth is used to control perception, how systems are shaped to entrench dominance, and how every player with real influence uses strategy over sincerity. The rich do not play fair. They design the game, and then teach others to play honorably within it. So what should you do? You must begin to think like a prince in your own domain. Discard the illusion that hard work alone will make you rich. Understand that money is not just a store of value. It is a political tool, a psychological lever, a means of warfare in the modern arena of influence and status. Your new financial compass. In a world shaped by appearance, control, and interest, those who understand strategy rise, and those who cling to virtue alone fall. If you've ever felt that the financial system is rigged against you, Machiavelli would say, you're right. But now, you're no longer blind to it. Think strategically. Question what you've been taught. Master the game, or be mastered by it. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new video. To all my subscribers, thank you for being part of this journey of wisdom, strategy, and self-mastery. Your support means everything. Let's continue to grow, reflect, and rise together.